Be strong.
Okay.
Be strong.
So we got our Nynaeve. And we got our
Egwene is
Egwene.
braided.
Egwene is braided. I love Nynaeve's braid. That is
I
a
love
dramatic
Nynaeve's
braid.
braid. She gives me
Be
good.
strong.
Be strong.
Be strong. I am so excited
strong.
about the accents.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for us to talk accents because they're so important to the books.
True.
And I'm really excited to see if they like choose to stick to that. Or if they're just gonna go with like random whose actors' accents they have, or if just everybody's gonna have a generic British.
I do be wondering where be my good friend Bail Doman.
Right.
He do not be in the
I
trailer.
do. Fortune prick me.
Fortune prick me, he do not be appearing in the trailer.
He do not. No, he no be appearing in the trailer.
He no be appearing in the trailer. He do no be appearing.
Are we gonna get some Sean Chan Texan accent?
We'll see. We'll see if they're willing to do that.
Okay. I've thought about it a lot, and I think the Texan accent might be a little too insane, but it would be sick as fuck if all the Sean Chan had American accents.
That would be funny.
Because think about it, they're from the West,
Yeah.
right? They're this conquering, militaristic, dominating superpower. If
With
they all had
slaves.
American accents, how fucking dope would that be?
That'd be
That
great.
would make so much sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to the audiobooks a few times, and the readers use American accents for like the main, like the Emmons Fielders and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, because they're American.
Oh, because they're American readers. Well, that makes sense.
That
was never going to happen. We're never going to have a fantasy series where the main characters do not speak in generic British.
True.
Just.
All right. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Smile, Prime, Amazon.
The Wheel of Time.
Okay. We get our first look at Emmons Field.
Wine Spring Inn.
Wine Spring Inn. There's one thing about this shot that pisses me off.
What?
I wonder if you have the same extremely unnecessary and nitpicky complaint.
There's no green on the green?
No, not that. Why are any fucking buildings other than the Wine Spring Inn roofed with tiles? Sinbui is having a fit right now. There should be some good Two Rivers thatch on those houses. Only the Wine Spring Inn is tiled. It's very important to me.
Great point. Great point. Sinbui would be very upset.
Sinbui is rolling in his grave right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, lots of things do that to old Sinbui.
Yeah, anyway. That was just like a, come on, guys. Come on.
Got it. Got it.
Time turns.
I know Daniel Green talked about this. Like, this is...
Wheel of Time turns.
It's very medieval.
Mm-hmm.
It's very medieval. Wheel of Time is really more of a Renaissance era. But it's a small town.
I agree.
It's a small town. Maybe it just hasn't gotten out here yet.
Yeah.
Also, I never imagined the Wine Spring Inn being this full.
No, never. Not in my life.
Not in my life. But, whatever. We got our three boys. The boys?
Matt is bearded.
Matt is bearded. Parents already bearded. So much for scratching this damn beard that has to grow. Rand, though, clean shaven.
Very. He does stand out. He does look different.
Yep. And I think if you look closely, Matt is grabbing these dice in his very first shot in the trailer.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
And ages.
Oh, there she is.
Beautiful
the Innkeeper's
Egwene.
daughter. Beautiful.
Come and pass. Leaving memories. Leaving memories.
Wait. Sorry. I love, this is such a beautiful place.
So gorgeous.
And it's not at all how I imagined the, Two Rivers, Mountains and Mist, but I'm totally here for it.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the imagination for it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not how it was described to us with like sandy beaches, but
yeah, like the sand, the dramatic mountains, like
valley.
I don't think that is what's described, but I think it's great.
I'm obsessed. I do love it.
Yeah.
And then that's got to be Jeff from Bornholdt, right?
Leaving memories.
Bornhold? No.
Who's that?
This is a warder.
Why is he crying? What the fuck's he kissing?
So this is an Aes Sedai ring.
Oh.
Yeah, you can. We're not getting a great shot of it here, but you can see like this is like a snake.
Huh.
I don't know. It's not how I imagined the Aes Sedai rings. Like it looks like it's a big ring with a big gemstone and then the snake over it in an arch.
Also not how I pictured it.
I think
all.
they're.
At all.
No, they're. It's definitely just a big ass snake going around your
Right?
fingy, but
Whatever.
it's fine. It's fine. Daniel Green, in his review of the trailer, looked up like the actor because he was trying to figure out like who is this, and he's like,
he's
oh,
just
it's
a warder.
and he's like a particular warder of a particular Aes Sedai that we assume from this shot is dead. And he did not say who it was, and I did not bother to go look it up because I didn't.
No, I don't think we know because I've looked at the cast and a lot of them are just like warder.
Yeah.
Aes Sedai.
So, well, no, we'll see. I mean, they're clearly taking a very different track for this first story.
Plot-wise.
I've heard that they're taking a lot from New Spring and like mushing it into the Eye of the World.
Okay, that's really cool because I love New Spring, and yeah, I mean, it's so clear this is supposed to be Game of Thrones, right? Redux. And Eye of the World only follows Rand, right? Like he's our only narrator the entire book, and that's simply not how this show can go.
That's not true, but
isn't
mostly.
It?
No, when they split off at Shadar Logoth.
Oh, right, at Shadar Logoth. Yeah, there's like Egwene and there's Perrin, right? Because he's with the Tinkers. Right.
Speaking of Shadar Logoth,
could become legend.
That's got to be Tel'aran'rhiod.
I think this is part of the village wisdom ceremony.
When she was pushed off the cliff?
Yeah, I think she's pushed off the cliff and like swims here. The watercolor's the same. I mean, it could be anything. You know, like
she might.
We have no viewers, so obviously this is foreshadowing her Amyrlin times.
Yeah.
I didn't know. It could be Tel'aran'rhiod, like it could be of viewing.
I think
there's no way she becomes Amyrlin in the first season.
It's no matter what it is, it's fucking sick.
It is sick. I love the shot.
White Tower,
baby.
Let's go.
Dragon Mount. White Tower. Not at all how I imagined it.
Not at all.
I'm okay with it. It's way like chodier than I thought it would be.
Much chodier.
Yeah, that's a very chody White Tower.
Much more.
I always imagined a really delicate and like impossibly tall spire of like kind of
like
gleaming
a Space Needle sort of thing.
Yeah. But it's okay. The white chode is the angle they went with.
Still looks pretty sick with that like buttressing and stuff.
It still looks sick, yeah.
I think the city of Tarvalon looks pretty sick. All the domes and spires and stuff look really cool. So I'm in for now.
I'm excited to see it in Died because they spend so much time describing Tarvalon specifically as like the buildings didn't look like buildings. They were built like giant seashells and like all these like natural shapes.
Were sculpted by the wind.
Yeah, so and maybe that's just how these village folk would describe these little onion domes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna get everything. I'm just hoping I get some things.
That is true.
Rain.
The power inside you.
I do wish her wig was better, but that's okay. I wish her wig was better.
Power inside. The power inside.
Yeah, that's
just that hairline is so stark. They couldn't have left that way.
I do.
Yeah.
All over the world, there are different names.
We do get to see. I was wondering if they would even try to do ageless faces.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah. I wouldn't.
even try.
Power
They'll
inside
just
you.
look like women, and then they'll say like, "I'm 200 years old." You know,
Right. Yeah.
that's fine.
This shot is very saturated. My little brother watched this trailer, and he was like, "It just looks like a YA movie. Like everything is so saturated and bright."
Okay, but I like that. I'm
Yeah.
a little sick of the like
Dark and gritty.
beige washing or the blue washing of
Yeah.
gritty dramas, not gritty dramas.
Tritty dramas.
Like even if it is fantasy,
Oh, your blue
I'm like
Aja?
sick of the gloom of drama. Like I think this color is really exciting, and I think it looks YA because that's just the only medium we've seen a lot of like really saturated stuff lately. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'm excited for that
Yeah.
personally.
No, I think it could look good as long as they don't go too far. Because, like, too saturated looks cheap. But I agree. Like, I'm so tired. Like, Marvel movies with, like, super muted color palettes and, like, Game of Thrones where the whole, like, season 8, you couldn't even see shit. Like,
This is so dark and just so gloomy. I'm over it. Now,
yeah,
we aren't running into dangerous territory when like literally the plot deals with rainbows
of
all the
course.
time,
All the
right?
time.
The Amerlin and, the White Tower. So like already just by dealing with the plot, we have a more colorful thing going on.
Yeah.
So that will be, up to the design team, the art team to figure out how to make that look, adult and with gravitas. How do you
Yeah.
have a rainbow, a very serious, terrifying rainbow, right? But
Yeah.
I
We'll
don't
see.
know. I'm really excited for it. Yeah, I'm sick of gray and brown superhero movies.
Well, you
right?
will get color with this show. They made that much clear.
All over the world, there are different names for it. But
And the narration here we haven't been talking about, but it's
the power inside you. All over the world, there are different names for it. But it's one thing.
Okay, but who is that? Was that Swan?
One thing.
That?
Yeah.
That's one, Sanchi.
Oh, I see. Okay, now I see the rainbow stole.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. That is how they did. I had not noticed that.
I think that's not a stole. I think that's just her gown.
Just a collar. Yeah.
Yeah. But wow, she's one beautiful.
All over the world,
Tattooed?
Interesting. Interesting choice. I'm okay with it.
there are different names for it.
Hall of the Tower. Looks very CG. Now that I pause this shot, this is fucking green screen city. These red sitters down here.
Yeah.
That
looks bad.
That's bad. That's bad compositing.
That, you're right, does not look good.
I mean, hopefully what we're seeing is a lot of like in progress CG.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
that's
sorry.
bad.
I was trying to find. Wait.
The lighting is just wrong.
The lighting's weird. Is that green in the left corner? Green Aja?
The right corner?
Is that green or is that brown?
Wait, okay. So
sorry, around the sitters. I'm talking about the sitters.
Yeah, talking about the sitters. Starting the bottom left, we've got red, gray, yellow, blue, white, brown, green.
Brown. And then green is over here. Okay, got it. I love that Leanna with, I call her Leanna, but it's probably just Leanne. With the staff of the keeper. Looks sick.
Mm-hmm.
This throne looks kind of sick. I know this is CGI and it's lit weird, but I don't know. I just love seeing all these different costumes.
Yeah, it's not how I imagined the Hall of the Tower. Like, there's no room for anyone else in here.
True. Also, look at who's in the center. So that's Moraine and Leandrin.
Yeah.
On her shoulder, and Alana.
Do you think that's Alana?
Yes, because I recognize the actress.
Okay.
So that's a little weird. We've got like 3 red sisters plus Leandrin, then Warraine, 1 blue, and then 3 green, including Alana. So that must be some plot point from like that they're either making up
Well,
completely or they're absorbing from New Spring.
yeah, that's what I've
Because-
heard they're bringing in from New Spring is much more of like the Aes Sedai Civil War. And like Leandrin is, as far as I can tell, completely taking over the role of Elida.
Yeah, we haven't seen Elida at
There's
all.
no
I
Elida.
think Leandrin will be absorbing Elida.
Yeah. So
Which, I mean,
I don't
no,
love that because Elida is very much not a dark friend. Like that's
yeah,
kind of
that's what I was going to talk about with like Black Aja and that kind of thing. Elida is not Black Aja.
she's not Black
right?
Aja. She, for all of her flaws.
And her flaws are many, right? She's she's the other side of Warraine's classic Aes Sedai like arrogance.
Right.
And like what I think has to be correct. And this is mascara, sorry, not like a pocket vibrator or anything. Sorry, everyone.
No judgment.
You guys thought that, right? Instantly you're like pocket vibrator, not mascara. Anyway.
Yep.
So I really liked Elida versus Moiraine as sort of like these warring factions when they're honestly very, very similar. Just one of them happens to be operating under correct assumptions and one is operating under incorrect assumptions.
Right.
And Leandrin is like honestly kind of irrelevant. She's not very smart.
She's not very smart.
She's just very cruel, right? She's successful because she has special talents of utter cruelty that nobody else has, that nobody else will use.
And like being able to lie is a huge advantage.
Being able to lie, right? And compel, right?
And
She's
compel.
like has that compulsion that nobody else, none of the other Aes Sedai have or even can conceive of, right? They don't even know that that's a talent, which makes her such an effective villain. She's not smart. She's not, I don't know.
We'll see what they do with her.
Like Elida is. They're very
I hope
different.
she isn't taking over Elida. But like the fact that I think she is for now. But like the fact that they haven't like cast an Elaine, that whole
right,
segment,
they haven't cast an Elaine, they haven't cast a Morghese, means that, or at least they haven't announced it.
Yeah.
Means I think they're putting Andor off.
Right. So that whole segment where normally we would introduce Elida and Elida would get to know Rand and have her foretelling, etc. I don't know.
Leandrin is like season 1 big bad, and Elida is like season 2 and on complication.
Yeah, I do like the costumes.
Love the costumes. I'm obsessed. Perfectly, honestly.
Like the green seems too toned down, just given how fucking saturated like Moiraine and the rest
I agree.
are.
I can barely tell the difference between green and brown and gray.
Yeah, so that's
which I find frustrating.
Yeah, because green should be popping, but hey, whatever. Again, this is the trailer, and like who knows how many of these are like temp effects, how much of this like lighting and coloring is permanent. And
right. I will say I love the diversity of this of the Aes Sedai here, because as we know, they came from all 4 corners of the world, right? So I'm loving that.
I love the diversity overall. Like people were complaining when Women's Fielders were being cast with like various races, and like
it's actually not various races. Like it's 3.
True. On the one hand, that's true, but also like first of all, Women's Fielders are canonically always described as like darker.
Darker, yeah.
Like Rand stands out
for being pale and red with pale eyes.
And also like it's totally different from our world. Like the world of the Wheel of Time is only 2,000 years removed from like the breaking. So first of all, there was
when
the totally globalized
and scattered.
Well, there was the fully globalized Age of Legends. That was like thousands of years of pure global connection, and like who knows how much mixing was happening in the Age of Legends. And then 2,000 years of the breaking, of scattering of different groups. Like it wouldn't make sense to have different regions be different ethnic groups.
Be perfectly, yeah. And that's why I think that's even like really proven in the text. Like if you want to be like, well, it's not true to the book, it actually is way more true to the book, because Robert Jordan is constantly talking about different peoples and cultures, but he focuses more on clothing, on the way of speaking, on attitude. Yeah, he'll mention, you know, Kyrianen are like paler with dark hair, but that he never says white. He never says pale skin. He just says paler, right? Or
yeah, Kyrianen are short or whatever. But like it's
Kyrianen are
rare that you
short,
have
Aiel
groups.
are tall and like reddish and tan, but there's still a lot of variation.
The Aiel are the only ones that make sense potentially as an ethnic group. I mean, we don't.
Absolutely, because they're incredibly isolated and have been for 2,000 years.
And we also like the Dachshund Aiel from the Age of Legends were a particular ethnic group. Like we have no idea phenotypically how like, you know, consistent the Dachshund Aiel were. They probably weren't. But like the Dachshund, like the Aiel and the Sea Folk are the only people who are consistently described with like what we would call, from our understanding, like a particular
ethnic
phenotype,
group.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone else, yeah, I think it's awesome.
I love it. I'm obsessed.
Anyway.
But it's one thing.
Swan's a badass. Putting it
Swan
out there.
is
Okay.
badass.
So now we get to see some channeling. There's the
ring.
horribly wrong Aes Sedai ring.
It's horribly wrong, but it is cool.
It's cool. It is cool.
It is cool, but it's very wrong. Okay, we see some channeling. Somebody's healing Moiraine. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just like some like white smoke though. I'm not sure how I feel about white smoke channeling.
I feel good about it, and I'll tell you why. I think it's because when we see a man channeling, we're gonna see black smoke.
Okay. That'd
Which
be cool.
to
well,
me,
we can see because we see Logain channel in just a bit.
Oh, that's right. Uh-oh, I hope it's black. That feels like a really easy way of like, I don't know. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah.
One power. And women.
I guess like it just doesn't feel like weaving to me. Like Daniel Green pointed this out. Like it feels more like Avatar style bending. Like anyway.
Maybe they can work on that. You do see like kind of like threads of smoke, and I think that can touch it later.
Sorry. Okay. There's some Leandra in action. Some fucking
Hair's not braided.
Red Ajas. Oh, that was.
We protect the world.
Cool. I like her.
Cool. Love Leanne.
Leanne. That's how we're calling her. Leanne. Liana. I don't know what her name is.
It's Leane. I always pronounced it Leanna, but it's probably Leanne.
Cool.
We protect the world.
And that's the line where it's like the whole intro is like, the power that flows inside you, it goes by many names all over the world. There's a group of women who can control it. We protect the world. Like, I can see why people are coming off from the trailer being like, this feels like some YA shit. And then like cutting to this group of scattered youths right here.
Yeah. Who's holding the axe?
I don't know. He shows up a couple times. I'm guessing he's a warder. The axe is dumb. It's like way too stylized. It looks like a Ren Fair prop.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it would be an actual battle, but there's Nynaeve, and I think that's Egwene.
Yeah, I like Nynaeve's coat.
Love Nynaeve's coat.
Again, like the costumes are great. The weapon design, I'm not sold on.
Yeah, not yet.
Let's keep going. She's about to stop some arrows.
Okay. All right. That's not Egwene. That's just an Aes Sedai.
Yeah, so it seems like.
But Lan is standing in front of Nynaeve. Oh, that's
Lan's in front of Nynaeve. And Daniel Green's guess, which I think seems.
What is this? Moirain's not there.
This seems to be a war against Logain's forces.
But Nynaeve is there.
This
is weird to me.
It's weird. Like, this is where they're, like, mixing some plot lines that confuse me.
It's like Nynaeve left before the three did? What?
Or she gets separated from them. Lan is here without Moiraine, which is, like, WTF night. There's clearly some warders. This guy looks like a warder with his dumb axes. We're going to see him like take a dumb flying leap through the air later, which I hate.
And then
It
we've
looks like
got
maybe they're in a circle. Are they in a circle? Are they linked?
They could be linked.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Who knows? It's weird. I'm not sold.
I'm
But
not sold yet on this whole thing.
oh, I do love. They kept the shape of Tarvalin, Vagina Island. It's official,
Vagina
baby.
Island. Grrr. Love it. Stoked. There's an island there.
I think that's Shadar Logoth. Maybe. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Camelin.
Next to a river. Maybe it's Tyr.
Yeah. Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. No, if it were
Um,
Tyr, it would have the stone.
I love all the dramatic vistas, though.
I love the vistas, and honestly, I love the music. It's very driving.
Yeah, I'm into the music. I wonder if
I'm
this is just
obsessed.
trailer music or if it's actually going to be like the show.
Oh, I bet that's the theme. This
You think
is
it's the
our
theme?
the do 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 do. I think
Yeah,
that's gonna be a
It's
motif
very
that we see a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, they're just trying to do Game of Thrones again, and I don't mind because it was so awesome and it ended so poorly. Like, I would like a better replacement of that in my life. What better than my
True.
favorite book series in the world? Okay,
True.
let's go.
Randall Thor.
Honestly, I think he's hot. I'm in.
I wasn't sold like his headshots and stuff. I wasn't sold in the trailer. I think he pulls it off.
I also love how he's not emphasized in the trailer. The motherfucking Dragon Reborn. And he's just like in a couple shots.
He did a couple
Honestly,
shots.
Egwene and Nynaeve are in more shots than he is.
The whole trailer phrases it like it's about Egwene and Nynaeve. It's like the power inside you. We, the women who can channel it. We protect the world.
If I watched this channel, I would have no idea that he was the most important person in the entire universe.
Well, that's why Joseph, my brother, Joseph watches the trailer and he says it looks like it's like a cliche YA novel about these like, girls
about these
going to
girls,
magic
right,
school.
finding their power, which is I guess kind of, but not really. Everybody knows the series.
Not really at all.
If you know the series is not YA.
And the thing about Rand and Egwene in this trailer is they fuck.
I know. I saw them.
see.
No
matter what happens.
Okay, Shadow Logoth, the red
That's cool.
dagger.
I'm a
I do imagine Mashadar more as a mist, as it's described, but creeping shadow, whatever.
Yeah.
One angry face. An heartbreak.
Okay, so they fuck.
They gotta have fucked, right? They're
They
naked.
gotta fuck. Rand and Egwene from the books, they would never do this.
No, because they're 14.
They're not 14. Rand's like 20,
they're 15,
isn't he?
16.
Really? I thought Egwene was like 17 and Rand was like 19.
Not in the first book.
I think they are. I'm reading the first book right now.
Well, all I know is that I'm in the fourth, and it's been about 1.5 or 2 years.
Has it?
And Egwene is, I think she's 18.
Yeah.
So maybe she's 16, and then Rand is either 18 or 19. That makes sense.
Yeah. Unless this is like, no, they gotta fuck. I don't know where this is.
They're adults. Like in this this series, they are adults. So,
I don't know if this takes place in like. I was wondering if maybe this is when they're hiding in Shadow Logoth, or like I don't know. Maybe it's just Emmons Field. I don't know. When are they in a bathhouse ever?
I don't know.
Who knows? Whatever.
The
wheel keeps turning.
So I saw some comments that this was looked like it was winter night.
Looks like it's Beltane.
Beltane.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna cut to. Ooh, baby! What a cut!
Love that. Red Sisters.
And a Moraine. Yeah.
Keeps turning.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, there are the galleries then in the hall of the
digital painting.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good.
Yeah. I'm hoping a lot of this is just like work in progress.
Right.
Like this looks literally like a painting. Like this just
Mhm.
looks like a cut from
The
like a
perspective
story.
is all off.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
it looks like that center circle could be closest to the camera and the rest of it was falling away. That's how bad the perspective is. Like it's hard for me to tell exactly what they're going
Yeah.
for.
Anyway.
The Dark One is coming for your friends.
Who is that?
Land!
I know that's Lamb, but who's He's channeling white smoke.
I wish it were black. It would be such a movie choice.
Yeah. This is I guess he escapes or something? Like isn't he shielded?
The last battle is coming. The only thing that matters is what you do.
Okay. Trollocs, obviously.
Trollocs.
We don't get to see them, but
No, we don't. Probably because they're not ready.
probably.
I think the CGI artists are probably going until pulling all nighters until November.
Oh yeah.
To finish these Trollocs.
They're gonna be pulling all nighters for each episode, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is what you do.
Okay, worst shot in the entire trailer. Ah, fuck. What is this?
I don't like this stupid.
What the fuck is this?
No idea.
This is just some dumb
Double-handedly
guy.
leaving yourself entirely open for a stab in the balls.
This is some dumb bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
who
it.
this Aes Sedai is. I guess this is... Who is this?
You know
On
what?
the
I
left.
bet this is that weird warder who was crying. This
Right.
is his Aes Sedai trying to shield Logan. Logan kills her. This is probably some sort of backstory that they're giving us that somehow Nynaeve witnessed all of this. I don't know how.
So, Nynaeve and Lan are going to end up at the group of Aes Sedai watching Logain. And... Okay, well, whatever. Are they going to make Logain a bad guy? Are they, like, turning Logain into Mazrim Taim?
I think so.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Or at least we think he's a bad guy.
Maybe
Right.
that. Maybe that. I mean, like, yes, if you're Logain and you've been captured by Aes Sedai, escape. Like, do everything you can to escape. I just hate this dumb jumpy guy. Like, to me, this just, like, puts me so out. I hope it's not dumb style. This just feels like fucking Troy. Brad Pitt doing his dumb Achilles leap.
Yeah, like nobody would ever fight like this.
No, and just the way he jumps
Very
is... Like, why is he only, like, 2 feet off the ground? He's just, like, horizontally hovering over the ground.
right. Warders are supposed to be like super powerful and cool, and this is a little boring.
Yeah.
Whatever happens now.
Waygate. Sure.
Love it. Sure. Fine. Whatever.
Waygate or Portal Stone? Waygate, right? Or is that the Portal Stone?
Looks like a portal stone more than a waygate because it's got
Looks
steps.
like it. I mean, a Waygate should be a big carved tree.
Just a door. Yeah.
It's a big carving of Vindasora, but whatever. That kind of shit, it's not that important. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with, like, the themes of the story or the evolution of the characters.
Not yet.
There's no turning back.
I don't like it. I don't like Lamprey Murderall.
Okay.
I know
all
you
right.
like it. It's fine.
I liked it the first time I saw it. Now, the more that I look at it, I don't like it.
It just looks like
It is
every...
scary, but
It's
it
scary.
doesn't feel like a Murderall. Murderall are men.
Murderall are
Yeah.
men. They're canonically men. They're... I don't know. It just looks like every, like... It follows the trend of every dumb CGI monster of the last decade.
Give it lots of teeth.
Give it lots of teeth, this gross skin texture. Anyway. Lan's hot.
Hot.
Moraine is
and
hot.
in.
This scene's dope. I'm just gonna watch this scene and stop pausing it. Sorry.
Yeah, I love it. Like that.
Wheel of Time, baby.
Let's go.
See, here they know what an Ouroboros looks like, but when they're designing an Aes Sedai ring,
He just took some cues, I guess.
yeah.
I love it. I'm in, baby. I'm stoked.
All right, rate it out of, I don't know, 23.
Out of 23, I give it a 17.5.
That's where I'd put it. Like, it's clearly like, I like the actors for the most part.
Yeah, I'm really
I
excited.
love the costumes.
Love the costumes.
I think the set pieces are good.
Hmm.
I love the physical locations where they've filmed.
Agreed.
And there's some stuff I'm not sold on. Like the CG for now is disappointing.
Not yet.
Dumb double axe warder, disappointing.
Really don't like it.
Have-
Very confused as to why Nynaeve is like separate from the Eamon's Fielders around Logain. That seems, I don't really know how they're going to make that happen, especially when she's so devoted to being a wisdom, which means staying in town. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
But all right, that's it. And we'll be back on Sunday.
We'll be back on Sunday to start our tabletop game, or at least talk tabletop.
Yeah, we will. Tabletop talk.
Tabletop talk. Dice to die.